one of the things that semen retention can start to show you is how much you sexualize your feelings. So a lot of your sexual fantasies might come from just wanting to avoid feelings of like guilt, shame, fear, etc. And that's not a judgment. I mean, sex can be a very beautiful thing, of course. And even having sexual fantasies can be, it can be just fine. It's just like noticing, are you consciously having sexual fantasies? Or is it something that's just very impulsive, that just keeps happening over and over again, and you really have no control over it? It's not that you want to control whether the sexual fantasy comes or not, but what I'm saying is, do you have no control of getting pulled into it? And are you losing yourself throughout the day to sexual fantasies when you don't necessarily want to be doing that? And so this can be called lusting too. And lusting can be exhausting. It can drain you of your life force and your presence. And so this isn't like I said, nothing wrong with sexual fantasies, having sex, any of this stuff. It's just like, are you unconsciously losing yourself to sexual fantasies? And if you are, there's a good chance that you're sexualizing your emotions and your feelings. And so this is another thing that semen retention can show you, because as you allow your sexual energy to build, you will naturally start to feel more and more of a pull at times to going into fantasy. And then you'll see in real time, like, how much it's unconscious and how much you would rather in that moment use your energies to focus on something different. But you'll feel that pull, and just how intense and strong it can be. And then you'll feel underneath it, you'll feel, well, why is it so strong? And then you'll notice, oh, something here doesn't want to be with the fear that the sexual energy is bringing up. So it's trying to escape into fantasy. It's trying to escape into this imagined reality where there's pleasure, right? And so just noticing that, that's something that I've noticed with semen retention, is when those sexual fantasies come up and there's a really big pull to them and they're really strong, I've noticed that underneath there's an energy of like maybe guilt or shame or terror that something here isn't wanting to be with. And so it'll just go to the sexual fantasy to kind of escape. So notice that if you're unconsciously going into sexual fantasies and you're unconsciously lusting when you don't necessarily want to be doing that, and you're feeling like it's just exhausting and it's just got a really strong grip on you, notice that you're probably sexualizing your feelings and your emotions. And the key to this is having this strong kind of masculine inner commitment to just be with the energies underneath the sexual fantasy, being with the energies that are producing the sexual fantasies in those unconscious moments. And that way we can make this stuff conscious, and then we can move with healthy sexuality. We can move into sexuality as a choice, because it's something we want to explore in that moment, rather than being unconsciously pulled by lusting energies that can really deplete us and kind of take us off course, you could say. So that's this short video. Much love to you all.